Dc53, The Dragon and the Bird. Soul-touching and life-enhancing stories. The Dragon and the Bird. Very deep inside a rainforest, there was a magical place. A place where the sun was always shining. The roof of this place was a rainbow. The walls were a dense forest, and underneath this rainbow it was the most beautiful place in existence, with beautiful rivers, little hills, and clear crystal lakes. Beautiful little houses were standing between many magical palaces made from crystals and gems. The colors of all this beauty were reflecting into each other. In this magical place, two friends were living for many years. They were a bird called Franny and a dragon that was called Drago. They were the only two inhabitants here because all the others had left in the past and gone outside the forest, looking for different adventures, and no one had ever returned. Probably they found another beautiful place to stay and live in, otherwise they would have returned, or maybe they were captured by a spell. In the meantime, Franny and Drago had a beautiful life, did not have to work, and food was found in abundance. However, life had started to become a little boring for them. They wanted to have some more company. While talking with each other, they came up with an idea. They thought it was a little comical too. Both of them went on the road through the dense rainforest and went to the very last trees of the forest. Outside was the world to which everybody else had gone. Franny the bird took its place in a high and beautiful tree and started singing in a crying way as if it was in pain and needed help. And Drago, the dragon, placed itself on a spot in front of the forest. Animals who were passing by heard the cry of the little bird, but when they saw the dragon, they just kept on walking. Others did not even hear the bird. They were too busy with other things, and they dismissed the sound they heard and continued their way. One day, Mr. Bollyduck tried to venture a little closer, and maybe had the feeling of freeing or helping that bird. But when Drago spat his fire, he ran away very fast and did not want to come back. This was part of the plan that Drago and Franny had set up. They had decided to have more friends in their magical place, but it needed to be brothers and sisters who really wanted to be there. When somebody wants to live with us again, they need to be courageous. They need to be strong, and they need to show some courage. So Franny and Drago played their game day in, day out. One day, a very young rabbit called Nana caught the singing of the bird, and deep in her heart she started crying and felt that she needed to go there and free the bird. But she had no idea what to do, because after several attempts to walk past Drago and get closer to the bird, she got scared when Drago spat his fire, and so she ran away. But she did not want to give up. Every day Nana returned. Franny the bird saw Nana and felt compassion for her. In the night Franny made itself invisible, and while the dragon was sleeping, flew over Drago to Nana's place. She sat on her windowsill and slowly started singing the same song. In her sleep, Nana recognized it and opened her ears and eyes. The bird started talking to her while she was like half asleep. It was like having a dream. In this dream, Franny told Nana a secret way how to get into the forest, to get closer, and how to pass the dragon. When Nana woke up, she knew exactly what to do. She went into the herb garden and started taking the herbs about which she had heard in her dream. She made a potion out of them, and with this she rubbed her entire body and clothes, for this was the secret. In the night, when she had to pass Drago, while asleep, the dragon would still smell any creature passing by, but with this on her body, the dragon would not detect her. It was the following night. She felt nervous and scary, but was still determined She wanted to go and free the bird. In silence, on her toes, she passed Drago. As she reached the forest, she was looking about for the bird, but because of the dark she could not see the bird. In the meantime, Franny the bird had flown a little deeper into the forest and started singing its beautiful song, a magical sound to Nana's ears. It made her happy and gave her all the courage to continue. Nana still wanted to see the bird, but had to just listen to the sound to get the direction. And then in the meantime again, Franny flew further and deeper into the rainforest and Nana kept following. She was not scared, and after many hours of walking in the darkness, only relying on the singing of the bird, then it happened. Suddenly Nana walked into the most beautiful and magical place in existence, where she suddenly saw big mountains in the background and the whole area covered with all the colors of the rainbow. She saw the palaces, the houses, and remembered that she had once lived there. And finally her eyes fell on Franny the bird. She went closer to the bird and took the bird in her arms, and with surprise her eyes went open and her ears went bigger as the bird started speaking her language. "Welcome home, Nana. You have come back to the most beautiful place in existence, and for sure you have earned it, for you were courageous." "Why did I ever leave here? I never thought about this place. What happened?" asked Nana. "You see," answered Franny, "after you left the rainforest and started your new life, slowly you forgot about this place." "God, I'm now happy. I'm so happy to be back," said Nana, "and I never want to go back where I was." Suddenly Drago showed up and said to Franny, "What happened? We had a deal. I was supposed to scare everybody off, so nobody, I mean only the very courageous, could come here. How did this rabbit pass me?" "Yes," said Franny, "I know. This girl wanted to free me so much and needed to find the most beautiful place in the world. So I decided to trick you a little bit, and I hope you don't mind, because now we have a beautiful companion among us." "Oh," said Drago, "yes, I feel tricked, but I don't mind, for I'm happy too that we have a new playmate." The three friends lived for many happy years together. Then one day they spoke again, and the same conversation took place. There was a need for another creature among them. They all wanted a bigger family. So together they worked on a new plan to find more courageous creatures to join them. What the story could bring us. We are all spiritual beings descended to experience creation, and it is our own mind which holds us back from our home journey. It is a matter of stepping over the fear barrier and trusting the inner message and following the guidance.